Good afternoon and welcome to News Now, where we tell you all the stories that are making headlines right now, and it starts now with the highlights. At least 10 people killed and 11 others injured in an accident involving 2 passenger vehicles and a lorry at the Salama area Mombasa Road Highway. Also, Lunao primary head teacher in Bumula constituency killed in an unclear circumstance. And clinical officers in public hospitals join doctors in the ongoing strike.
It breaks our hearts when we see Kenyans going to hospitals and not getting the care that they deserve.
Welcome once again to this live broadcast. My name is Hibak Said. To start us off, at least 10 passengers were killed and 11 others were injured in an accident involving 2 passenger vehicles and a lorry at the Salama area on the Mombasa Road Highway. The collision involved 2 matatus and a trailer. The accident happened on Monday at night after the matatus collided head-on with an oncoming lorry. Police said the accident happened at the Mlima Q area and involved the matatus that were headed to Nairobi.
This is a moment to see what happened yesterday night, as explained. And we are urging all motorists, especially for those who are taking our young loved ones home, to be extra cautious as we operate on our roads.
Hapa salama. Kwa kweli hiyo imetuumiza sana. Venye tumesikia watoto wamekufa, mimi kama mama, hiyo imetuudhi sana. Yeah. Serikali ichukue hatua.
Hatua gani?
Hatua kuongeza barabara, at least iwe barabara mbili za kupanda na zingine za kuteremka.
Mimi ni mkaaji wa hii area na tumeshuhudia ajali nyingi kwa hii mlima, na nimeonelea zinasababishwa na jamu. Gari ni nyingi kwa barabara, alafu barabara ni kidogo, na kama gari inaweza kufaili breki na ingia kwa magari mengine bila kutarajia. Kwa hivyo tungeomba kama serikali ingeweza kutengenezea barabara ingine ya kando ya magari ya kushuka, wao wanatumia barabara hiyo, na ya kupanda barabara hiyo, ndio ajali zinaweza kupunguka.
Musawa John, mkaaji wa Mlima Kio Salama area. Mimi naonelea ya kwamba hii barabara yetu, rais wetu mtukufu William Samoei Ruto tumlilia atutengenezee barabara ingine, angalau watu wetu wapendwa waache kuishia mahali hapa.
And we move to Kisumu County, where 1 student died on the spot and several others were injured after a bus belonging to Easy Coach Company lost control and overturned at the Coptic roundabout along Kisumu-Kakamega Highway at around 9 p.m. last night. According to Kisumu Regional Traffic Enforcement Officer Alan Mwangi, 2 of the students were critically injured and were admitted at Avenue Hospital. Others with minor injuries were taken to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital and later were discharged after treatment. The bus was carrying 34 students who were traveling to Nairobi for the April school holiday.
Sasa hii gari imeangushwa na nini? Hakuna eti gari nyingine imegonga, si uangalie bro. Uangalie yote. Si ni kweli? Gari ni mpya, hata ukiangalia.
And a somber mood has engulfed Bumula village in Bungoma County after Lunao Primary School head teacher Fred Lunani was brutally murdered by unknown people yesterday night. Now, according to the family members, Lunani had a family dispute with the first wife after marrying the second wife. The wife, who is suspected of committing the brutality, is being detained at the Bumula police station as DCI continue with the investigation. The Kenya National Union of Teachers Western Region leadership have condemned the incident, urging the security agencies to speed up with the investigations.
Niko hapa kuomboleza kifo cha mume wangu ambaye nimempata amefungwa kwa kamba mikono na miguu kama mwizi. Ni head teacher mzima. Let us all rest in peace.
Na kwa kweli hapo nyuma migogoro imekuwa, si uongo. Is my real cousin. Na kwa kweli complaints imekuwa. Hata mara kadhaa nimekuja katika mji huu nikijaribu kuwashauri, lakini kusema ukweli ni uchungu kwetu sisi. Kwa hivyo ni ombi letu, kwa sababu serikali iko imeanza uchunguzi. Tafadhali tunaomba wale walitekeleza huu haini, hiki kifo cha ndugu yetu, tafadhali waweke wazi.
Tuko na huzuni mwingi, tunaomba tu serikali tusaidie, kwa sababu huyu mwanamke vile walioa mke mwenza wake alianza ugomvi na ndugu yangu huyu. Tulikuwa naye kwa matanga ndugu yangu alikufa. Akaniambia sasa nyinyi wa mama ndio mko mnasumbua sana. Na nimesikia ndugu yangu amekufa, niko na huzuni mwingi sana. Mtuombee kama kanisa na serikali tusaidie, tuchue watu ambao walimuua.
Mmeita kwa nyumbani, mkimbia mbio. Mmekuja hapa kuangalia. Msimuoni. Sijui watu gani wameua mtoto wangu. Sisi nelia mtoto wangu, nani mwenyewe ameua.
Tuna huzuni sana kama familia kumpoteza kijana huyu ambaye alikuwa kijana ya maendeleo, kijana ya ushauri mkubwa, na alikuwa anakuza familia yake. Sasa amewacha watoto wachanga, hatujui tutawafanya namna gani.
Tumeshuhudia kuona mwili wa mwalimu amefungwa miguu, amefungwa mikono. Ni kifo ambacho we want to condemn it. I want to ask the Security Council, the security within our region, to expedite on investigation.
Elsewhere, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union KMPDU now says the doctor strike will continue as dialogue between the union and the government has failed to bear fruit. The doctor strike that has entered its 20th day has left patients in dire need of health services and in a state of limbo.
And that is to have this thing implemented. We may go 200 days, as I've always said. And I say we may even go up to eternity until the time they feel like, no, we need to have these issues resolved. Because the collective bargaining agreement is a contract between the doctors and the employer, which is both the national government and the county government. The moment that they have realized and they feel like they can manipulate it, they can ignore it, they can step on it, it means that there's no respect that is existing between the governments and the union. We have seen this being done very deliberately and being done openly. For one, we have seen the Ministry of Health deciding to actually reduce the salary of the interns by 91%. This is after contravening the agreement that they need to post these doctors after every 30 days once they oath from the councils and from the boards. We are saying no to that. We've also seen the county governors coming out very strongly, saying that they are as clean as cotton, that there's nothing they've done, they have no sin they've committed, that it is the responsibility of the doctors that patients are dying in the hospitals. But we keep asking them that did they not each of the counties sign the collective bargaining agreement that has not been implemented? It was signed by 47 governors. It was signed by the Ministry of Health. So in total, we have 48 collective bargaining agreements signed by the KMPDU.
Still within the health sector, the trade union in the health sector, which represents public health officers, specialists and technicians, pharmaceutical technologists and nutritionists, have conveyed their disappointment regarding the manner in which the Ministry of Health and county governments are handling their grievances. In a joint meeting this afternoon, the union has listed some of the grievances, which includes a blatant and open discrimination by the Ministry of Health in regards to posting and payment of interns, and a laxity by the Ministry and Council of Governors in absorbing health workers on permanent and pensionable universal permanent and pensionable basis. Now, the union furthermore has given the Ministry of Health a 7-day demand notice to iron out their issues, including getting recognition from the ministry and county government, failure to which they will call for demonstrations.
The Union of Pharmaceutical Technologists, the Union of Nutritionists, and then we have the Kenya Health Professional Society. And today we have made our demand to the CS Health in this country on 3 very important issues. One, the issue about recognition agreement, that we are demanding that the 3 unions need to be recognized because we have met the requisite requirements that they warrant recognition. Number 2, we are saying they should stop discrimination and pay and post interns, including the public health interns, the nutritionist interns, and the pharmaceutical interns. And then number 3, they should also make sure that they absorb all the UHC. They absorb the UHC. The UHC, the Universal Health Coverage Staff, the CHAP, and the COVID-19 response emergency team. So we are saying if the 7 days elapsed and they have not done that, we are going to cause a crisis, the grandfather of all the crises in this country in the health sector, let alone what is happening right now. Yes.
And on the matter of UHC, we can't say much. Somebody sitting in an hospital is having a half pay of somebody they sit with in the same hospital. That is blunt discrimination. Yes. We can't allow that to continue. Yeah. It is not human.
All right, it has now emerged that 55% of nominated female members of parliament perform better in their roles as compared to men with 45%. In a new report by Timely Kenya that aimed to evaluate the performance ratings of the nominated members of parliament, it has singled out the most active nominated members of parliament in plenary, placing John Mbadi at the top with 52%, followed by Irene Mayaka having 51%. Dorothy Muthoni clinched 3rd place with 47.60%, as Jackson Kosgei got 39%. Now Teresia Wanjiru came in last with 5%, as Joseph Hamisi followed closely with 7% and Abdisirat Khalif with 9.9%. The nominated MP's performance rating goes John Mbadi with 52%, Irene Mayaka with 51%, Dorothy Muthoni with 47.6%, Jackson Kosgei with 39%, Umulkhair Harun with 36.2%, Sabina Chege with 36%, Suleka Hulbale with 27%, Joseph Wainaina with 14%, Abdisirat Khalif with 9.9%, Joseph Hamisi with 7%, and Teresia Wanjiru with 5%. The notable bills by the nominated members of parliament are the Cancer Prevention Bill 2023 and the Public Finance Management Amendment of 2023. The Cancer Prevention Bill of 2023 was tabled by Sabina Chege and the Public Finance Management Amendment Act of 2023 by John Mbadi. Now, Hamida Kibwana tops the list on nominated senators category with 75%, followed by Senator Tabitha Mutinda, Gloria Orwoba, Beth Siengo, and Essie Okenyuri, all with 60% and above ratings. Interesting findings there. Now, authorities in Isiolo, with support from the Isiolo Peace Link, have intensified efforts to combat radicalization and violent extremism among the youth during the current school holiday. School-going youth have previously fallen culprit to dangers posed by terror organizations since they are soft targets. And speaking at the Youth Sensitization Forum at Takwa Burat location, Chief Abdi Nasir Abdisalan called on parents to remain vigilant and ensure their children's behaviors are monitored during the holidays. Abdi Nasir said that authorities have been conducting watches on how children are being taught religious education to prevent incidents of wrong information being passed to them, to radicalize them and recruit them to do illegal activities.
Tuko muda mrefu ambayo imepita hatujapata tukio tena nyingine. Yeah. Kwa sababu tumeweza kuangalia na kuchunguza zile madrasa na sehemu za dini ya kwamba mafunzo yale yanapatikana ni mafunzo ambaye ni sahihi. Na pia vijana wameweza kuhusishwa na michezo, kuhusishwa na mambo mbalimbali ambaye inaleta manufaa kwao. Lakini kwa sasa ni muda ambaye imepita mrefu kuanzia ile tukio za kitambo, hatujapata tukio lingine. Na kwa hii likizo wazazi tu tunawahusia kabisa na tunawaelekeza, tunawaambia wahakikishe wamezuia vijana wao na pia wahakikishe wanajua watoto wao wanaenda wapi na wanafanya nini.
Na juu yake tumefunzwa mambo mengi kama vijana kuingia kwa mambo drugs, wengine kuingia Al-Shabaab, kupotelea huko. At least wengine hadi walishikwa katikati tukawapata, sasa tuko na watu wanaendelea vizuri.
Shuleni, nyumbani kuna changamoto kwa saizi. Kwa dawa ya kulevya tunahofia sana. Na tunataka kujua hao vijana wetu wanaenda wapi, wanatoka wapi. Na wale mahashabab pia wanakuja wanawadanganya kwa kila njia, kuambia shikeni nauli, shikeni hizi pesa mfanye kitu fulani.
And on that note, we go for a very short break. We'll be right back.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus niko niwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
welcome back. More news. Now, Lamu residents, in collaboration with the Lamu police officers, have played a great role in enhancing security in the county. According to Lamu residents, led by the Peace Committee Chair Joseph Kamau, said that the residents liaising with the police officers was achieved through the government and community organizations. Let's have that story.
Kwa kweli hali ya Lamu County kuanzia 14 wakati wa mashambulizi yalipotokea pale Mpeketoni iliharibika na kukawa na chuki na uadui mkubwa, hasa upande wa dini, viongozi wa Christian na Islamic, na kukawa na gapo kubwa katika jamii ya Lamu. Lakini nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu ya kulitokea baadhi ya washikadau waliweza kuja pamoja, viongozi wa dini, serikali pamoja, mashirika mbalimbali kama nimesema search pamoja na kiongozi bunge, waliweza kuleta watu pamoja na wakaweza kuhamasisha jamii.
Kitu ambayo tunaomba ni kusisitiza zaidi ile kiwango ambayo tumefika kiuchumi na kijamii na kirasilimali, tuzidi kushirikiana sisi kama wakaji wa Lamu, tusibaguane kwa sababu ya dini, kwa sababu ya kabila, kwa sababu ya maeneo tuliyotoka. Sisi ni wamoja, ni wa Kenya, tuzidi kupendana, na sisi pindi tukitengana ni adui atapita katikati yetu na ni hatari kubwa sana.
Now, the trade union in the health sector, which represents public health officers, specialists and technicians, pharmaceutical technologists and nutritionists, have conveyed their disappointment regarding the manner in which the Ministry of Health and county government are handling their grievances. In a joint meeting this afternoon, the union has listed some of the grievances, which includes a blatant and open-minded discrimination. This, as the trade union has also conveyed that they will have a 7-day demand notice to iron out their issues.
My name is Bernadette Loloju. I'm the CEO of the Anti-Female Genital Mutilation Board. Today we are here with the committees, different committees from the Narok County Assembly. And for 2 days, we have been looking at both the gender policy, the Narok gender policy, and the Narok anti-FGM policy.
Ile changamoto kubwa tuko nayo ni watoto kutopelekwa shule. Lakini tangu kila mtu aitikie kupeleka watoto shule, tunaona ya kwamba FGM inaendelea kwenda chini.
Narok County has been rated so high on the percentages of the FGM. For some 2 years ago, it has been above 70. But the effort that we've been able to put in place have been able to bear fruit. That today, we are at 51. This is on the figures that are manifested and disclosed. But we know that FGM is also taking some new dimension and trends, but we are determined to fight it. And
all right, Dale Carnegie Kenya, in collaboration with the Mauritius Institute of Directors and Dale Carnegie Mauritius, have launched Women Leadership Academy in Kenya. According to them, the ongoing program aims to equip women with the essential tools and support needed to excel as leaders and drive positive change in Kenya's professional landscape. Now, the Women Leadership Academy, which is ongoing in Nairobi, aims to address the disparity by providing women with the skills and support needed to excel in leadership positions.
My family, women helping women.
Yeah, whenever we look at women leadership and we keep talking of the future and women leaders taking up opportunities, I think it's a great milestone. Thinking around how many companies, if you look 10 years ago and today, are being led by women. And the call continues to bring in more women into leadership positions, especially the C-suite level. But the question still remains, do we have opportunities to build capacity in the women? Are we able to actually put them through a program that you're able to say, I'm confident that I can run this institution because of what I have gone through? Because credibility comes by when we earn the right through education or through experience. And I think for me, that's the gap we have observed in the market, that the statistics around women running businesses in terms of even loans, think of women who've been given a loan, the repayment numbers still higher. When you look at success of women-run organizations, again, the success is higher. And so what we're saying is we need just to bridge the gap between the possibilities of women running organizations and the capabilities within those women to be able to be confident to run this organization.
Moving on, economists are now encouraging businesses to diversify their markets and currencies to reduce reliance on the single currency. Speaking during the panel discussion at KCA University, Kwame Owino, the CEO of the Institute of Economic Affairs, said by tapping into multiple markets, businesses can hedge against currency fluctuations and reduce their vulnerability. This comes as the shilling continues to gain against the dollar as the currency continues on an upward spiral, sparking hope for the local market despite suspicions that it might drop again.
Farmers, tea farmers, coffee farmers, these are the goods that we actually have very competitive products. So I think that's the way forward.
The global level tensions seems to have reduced for a while, and therefore the prices of oil and the depreciation of the Kenya shilling helped, and oil is more affordable. I'm not saying it's cheap, it's more affordable today than it was about a year back when the prices were rising. So some of it is good luck, some of it is good policy management, and the mix of that has given us a better environment. But we want it to even get better than it is today. Thanks.
Yes. So with 21st century skills, if we don't interact, if we don't connect, if we don't partner with the industry, be it the production industry or the service industry.
All right, let's get sporty. The Football Kenya Federation, in collaboration with the Confederation of African Football, has begun a 3-day club licensing workshop for their men's and women's Premier League and the National Super League clubs. Today, 2 representatives from each FKF Premier League and FKF National Super League club commenced their workshop, which will conclude on April 3rd, 2024. The primary focus will be on the CAF Club Licensing online platform, featuring comprehensive training sessions for club representatives on platform usage. They will also receive detailed presentations on the CAF Club Licensing Regulatory Framework for both men's and women's categories, including explanations of the mandatory criteria for domestic and continental competitions.
So Kenya is one of
the clubs lifted their levels. Now we have full financials. Now we have a payroll for every player. Now we have every player has a medical cover. I hear people talking about medical cover for players. This club license makes it mandatory for every club to produce and provide a medical cover for every player. So I can tell you, every club that has qualified has ensured that their players are covered in that aspect.
Our daily affairs, and club licensing basically is about professionalism. It's about ensuring that clubs meet certain standards. Those standards we say are minimum standards, not so difficult to meet. They are minimum standards that have been set, and each club is required to meet them. And so if we realize in Europe, for instance, they have moved from club licensing and added financial fair play. So they're making this very tighter, and it is all geared towards getting the clubs to operate at a level that will become professional.
Now, the Royal Nairobi Golf Club emerged victorious at the 99th edition of the Tana Hill Shield Golf Tournament held at the Par 72 golf course. Royal Nairobi Golf Club reclaimed the championship after a 5-year hiatus, securing a total of 39 points, though they faced a stiff competition from the Western Combined team, who secured a commendable second place with 38 points. Muthaiga Golf Club with 36 points. The tournament witnessed intense competition among 9 formidable teams from Nairobi, Mombasa, and the western region of Kenya, all vying for the coveted Tana Hill Shield title.
Our players played good golf. In certain cases, we played a bit of challenging golf. But overall, it's a game of golf, and these things happen. So we did our best. The team did excellently. As always, this is so exciting. You have so many teams here. You have so many club supporters, and it's always electric to play Royal Nairobi. You could hear it from the noise from the crowd when teams score or do well, have excellent putts. So I don't know whether there is any other atmosphere as electric as Royal Nairobi during the Easter and the Tannehill tournament. We are happy that we still have NCBA on board and for the next couple of years. And hopefully practice starts almost as soon as we get back to Mombasa so that we are a better team next year.
All right, and that concludes our afternoon updates here on News Now. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we will have details on those stories and much, much more in our coming bulletins. Have yourselves a lovely Tuesday afternoon. My name is Hibak Said.